It all started with Rock and Roll Dan.
Ambitious, courageous, you gotta work on the execution. The dedication is there, so that's the hardest part.
When I first moved here, I met a group of women. We all went to the same spiritual center. We would go to dinner, and then we would go to Manhattan Beach. I remember one day wanting to be there in the water, and I remember we were all sitting there, and I was feeling like, wow, you know, who's gonna be the first one to get in the water? Because I was scared, I was intimidated, and some of them were from California, and I'm like, well, if they're not going to the water, I'm not going to the water. You know, there's no ocean in Detroit. And I mean, I remember putting my feet in, but that's as far as we all went. And as we were leaving this one particular day, our spot by the pier, there's this white dude that starts walking next to me, blonde hair, blue eyes, curly, and he's walking and he's talking to me, and we're having a little light conversation. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, after a while, as we're talking, I'm seeing the way he's looking at me, and I'm like, are you hitting on me? And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, bruh, hold up. This is like being with Janet Jackson, not Pamela Anderson. Whole lot of women, you gotta know what you're doing before you come over here. And so all my friends, we just started laughing and roasting him lightly. No, we're all lesbians, she's with me, and you know, so we end up leaving. Fast forward, I started to get really sad about not being in the ocean, and I really wanted to, and I felt like, you know, hanging at the beach wasn't going the way I wanted to. I wanted to have more of a connection with life, more of a connection. And I felt like the women were beautiful that I was hanging out with because I wanted something different. I felt like, you know, I had prayed about it. The messages in my meditation I was getting with is you have to get by yourself, get by yourself. And so one day I was riding my bike down Manhattan Beach, and I see this guy in the walkway in the middle of the bike path, and he's just standing there with the bodyboard and his shirt off with these chiseled abs, and he had a towel wrapped around him. And as I'm riding my bike, and I had my little fro going at that time, and I'm looking, I'm like, damn, who is that? I'm like, whoa, he got a nice body, and I'm just looking right. So as I'm passing by, you know, he's just standing there with his board in his hand, and he's looking at me like I am the goddess of all goddesses. Riding my bike, you know, blushing, I look at him and I'm like, oh my God, I remember you. And I'm like, hi. And he was like, I know you? Wait a minute, do I have your phone number? And I was like, no, you don't have my phone number. I stopped riding my bike. And I said, no, I met you 1 year ago. I remember you hit on me. We end up talking for a good hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And the conversation flowed, and he asked me for my phone number and could he take me out to a vegan Thai meal because he was vegan. And so that was great for me. I was so excited. Do you know how hard it is to date guys who don't eat meat? It was like, heck yeah, I'll go. So we end up going to this vegan Thai restaurant, and you know, I started asking him about his ocean life and, you know, what he was doing with the bodyboard or the boogie board, because I didn't understand the difference between boogie board and a bodyboard. And I asked him, hey, can you teach me how to be in the ocean? Because I was scared. I had never been in the ocean. You know, I did not want to go in. You know, I mean, we have different tides. There's high tide, low tide, rip currents, undertow, all these different things. And I was scared. I didn't want to mess up. You know, I mean, when you get a certain age, you kind of want to be more safe. You kind of want to know what you're doing. I mean, you got to go to work the next day and you're responsible for bills. You just can't be taken off. And so I was like, can you teach me how to be in the ocean? And he was like, yeah, just get you a wetsuit and, you know, let me know when you get a wetsuit and I'll teach you some things. I got my income tax check like 3 days later. I text him this picture of me in a wetsuit and I'm like, Kawabunga. He was like, wow, you're serious, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm serious. And he said, okay, I'm gonna put you in danger in the water. I'm gonna put you in rip currents. I'm gonna put you in an impact zone. I'm gonna put you in heavy surf. But I'm gonna teach you how to survive, ride some waves, and we're gonna have a good time.
I'm going right. Black woman coming through. Move out your way.
I'll see you in the morning at 7 o'clock. And I was like on the phone, like, wait, what? What? No, wait. So many times I could not get out the restroom. I was just, as soon as I got at the door, I had to run back in the bathroom. And literally, when I finally got out that door, I had left all of the behind. And I was empty. It was just empty. I was just had released everything and went to this body of water to, you know, do this incredible thing. So immediately I had to trust. I had to trust that I was going to be okay and that God got my back. And this guy apparently does too. And wow, it was literally one of the most healing, revitalizing experiences that I could possibly, one of the most transcendental experiences I've had in my life. That morning and driving there feeling like, you know, I'm just gonna trust and allow myself to have this grand experience of, you know, being in water, being in the ocean. Yeah, that's how it started.
It's almost afternoon.
Oh, it's almost afternoon. It's June the 25th. We about to go surf
Into that mush.
in mush, beginner's wave, which is good for me. Tell them what kind of student I am.
Ambitious, courageous, hardworking, dedicated,
But what's my grade right now?
a strong C, and it's not for actual, how do I want to say this?
Hurry up, we only got 3 minutes.
I know, I'm thinking of the proper word. Give me a second. It's not of execution, it's of dedication. So we got to work on the execution. The dedication is there, so that's the hardest part. So the rest of it's easy.
I'll let you know when I get good. Peace.
Are you recording all this?
I am, yeah, I am.